Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Telling It Like It Is. I am Advocate Tulohoyan, your usual host. This afternoon, I would like to look into the GNU, the Government of National Unity that we now have in South Africa. Just how did we get here? And my take is, to begin with, the Government of National Unity will not go very far. And there are many reasons why I say that. But just let us look at how the Government of National Unity came into being. The Government of National Unity came into being not because the parties that formed the Government of National Unity were willing to go into that kind of marriage. The Government of National Unity has been dictated to both the ANC and the DA by circumstances. In other words, had circumstances dictated otherwise, would not be where we are today. Recall that from 1994, for the last 30 years, the ANC has always had a majority in parliament, and it has always, run the show in South Africa. They have always formed government, and the DA was always in opposition. But post the May 2024 elections, we saw a different scenario altogether. The ANC plummeted to 40%, which translates to millions of voters, and the DA still stands at about 22% of the vote. So the ANC had to scramble around and look for partners with which to form government, because clearly it could not form government alone. So circumstances dictated to the ANC that it must look for partners with which to form government. And it was a very painful decision for the ANC to find itself now having to, cobble up some kind of government, because this was something that they were not used to at all. They have always been running the show without, any problem since 1994, and the May election result was a complete shock to them. Similarly, the DA has always been in opposition since 1994. Now, when the ANC approached the DA to say, let us form a government, the DA seized that opportunity with open arms, because the DA had always been in opposition, and it is cold out there in the opposition. Opposition politics are very difficult. It is very difficult to exist as an opposition party, because the objective of a political party is to win power, get into power. The DA found itself having to join this Government of National Unity if it was going to have any impact on the political landscape in South Africa. So it was that a Government of National Unity was then put in place. But my take is this Government of National Unity is just limping along, because if you look at the fundamental policies of the ANC, they differ in a very profound way from what the DA believes in. Take, for instance, the issue of, land expropriation without compensation. The ANC is determined to implement the expropriation of land without compensation to farmers. On the other hand, the DA is strongly opposed to this. I believe this is only a matter of time, and this will be the straw that will break the back of the camel being the GNU. It is only a matter of time before we see this happen. The ANC will have to compromise on this issue, or the GNU will simply collapse. On the other hand, the DA is not in a position to turn its back, will not be in a position to turn its back and just ignore the ANC implementing a policy of, the expropriation of land without compensation. Its core support will just simply disappear. So my take is this GNU is just limping along. It's just limping along from day to day, because the fundamentals, at a basic and fundamental level, the two parties don't see eye to eye. It is more of a government of national convenience than a government of national unity. So watch this space. I've got a gut feeling that this arrangement will not work. But having said that, let me thank you for supporting me, and I'm very encouraged by the fact that more and more people are viewing my videos. Please continue to view these videos and kindly subscribe, because it is through your subscriptions that we will only be able to grow this channel, and it is certainly growing. So keep those views coming and those subscriptions coming. Thank you very much.